this since I started my business back in 2009, and it's still going strong and does really well. So it's amazing how if you maintain things and look after them, they'll last a lifetime, especially spray guns. First things first, whenever you're using a sprayless air machine, always make sure that the cord, there's no filter wires hanging out of it, and that's good to go, and always make sure it's turned off as well. Now another important item of a spray gun is the seal liquid. This goes inside this little pump here. So every airless spray gun builds pressure so that you can spray paint. And it usually has a piston. This one's a smaller one, but sometimes they're a bit bigger. But you always got to seal it up first before you turn it on. So we just put a bit of seal liquid in there. That pump is good to go. Now we've got a bucket of clean water here. Now with this spray gun and any other good spray gun that's been maintained well, it should always have some type of oil in there inside the pump to stop it from going rusty. Okay, so our one's got a bit of methylated spirits, but we usually use turpentine, mineral turpentine. It's an oily liquid that will stop all the components in the piston and inside here from rusting. So just a little tip there. Then we have a little dump bucket here. So this is the sucker, so to speak. So this is where all the paint, all the water sucks up. So we put this into the water first. So before you operate any paint in any spray gun, we've always got to run water through it first. That'll make sure if there's any holes or leaks in the hose, it's only water that's leaking. If you go putting it straight into paint and an accident happens, you're cleaning with that. So we've got the sucker ready, it's inside the footer, ready to go. And then we have the primer here. I'll explain what that does later, it's not that important at this stage. Now there's also a couple of functions here at the pump. This is on spray, and this is on prime. Now you never switch between the two while there's pressure in the gun. And I'll explain to you how we build pressure in the gun. Just for mechanical reasons inside here. So always make sure there's no pressure in the gun. And by that I mean you should be able to squeeze the spray gun. See there's no pressure in there? Okay? That's when you can start flipping around with this switch. So now we're good to go, we turn it on. Let's turn the pressure up. Always just start at the halfway mark. Now the spray gun has pressure in it, so it's ready to go. So if we squeeze this trigger here, it should go with a bit of water. You want to run about 10 litres through the gun before you start putting paint through. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is add the filters to the spray unit. Now that the pressure's down, probably turn it off just to be safe. I'm going to take this one out here where the pump is. I'm just going to put the filter in there. So anything that's in the paint when it comes through the sucker will get caught in the filter here first. There's in here. And then we put a filter in the gun. Now very important to have the filters in the gun and in the unit, because if there's any bit of dirt or any bit of crap in the paint or in the water, it gets caught here. If you let it go all the way through, your gun will actually keep blocking up every time you try to spray. So it's better to have the filters in place. We have one on the end of the sucker here. And while it's in the water, now is a good time to test out your spray equipment. So we're going to build a bit of pressure. This is what we call a housing. The housing is what goes on top of the gun. And then the housing is what holds your spray tips. So these tips determine how big and how thick you want to apply the paint when you're spraying. And we have two types here. We've got a general one is blue, and then the green one is a fine finishing one. So it sprays very fine mist. Good for spraying window frames and doors and stuff. This one's good for spraying ceilings and walls. Now also, good reminder is most spray guns have a little safety mechanism behind the trigger. So when this gun is full of pressure, if you don't have that safety guard on and you accidentally pull the trigger with about 1600 psi in there, you can actually do some damage. You know, like if you were to hold it to your arm, you would actually put a hole in your arm there. That's how powerful it can be. So always make sure you got the safety turned on. Let's have a bit of play of water. We got pressure in the gun. Now we can test out what's going to happen when we actually spray but with the water without the paint. Safety's off.
Safety's off?
Yep. Yep. Making the squirt. So now that we've got the water, we can have a bit of a play with the gun. Get a bit of a feel for it. How much pressure, how heavy is it? We can have a look at the fan, how much paint we're going to be spraying as well. Yep, we just stop there. And what you want to do is over here is practice. Just go like this. You want to practice going spraying off, spraying off, spraying off. That's how we're going to be spraying the water.
Okay, so
Spray off, yep, spray off. And keeping your arm straight, same distance, yep. There you go. Now you want to avoid flicking. Keep your arm straight like this. There you go. Moving reasonably quick. There you go. It's very important to move quickly. If we stay in one spot for too long, we get runs. So I'll just give you a quick demonstration in this corner here, how quick we want to move. Okay. Pretty quick. Okay, so more light coats are better than one heavy coat. So, yeah, got this a little bit closer. You just want to. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Perfect. That's the one. Nice. There we go. That was good. That was really good.
cool. Yeah. I can spray paint. Okay, so I've just done a little bit here to show you how to do it for a novice, because we don't want lots and lots of paint on there, because otherwise we run the risk of having runs and making a big mess. Yeah. So Mark is actually going to go in now and show how a professional does it, and maybe start off there, and then you can see how you end up.
Yeah. when they go to the funny, so the fan on this is only like this big. So if you think about aiming the gun at the center of there, you're more than likely to hit corners. So the idea is just to go like that, over, and then you can get a bit of footage of you rolling it. So I think just, maybe if you face it that way, like, yeah. The same thing, so keeping maybe a little closer like there, and just going from like here to as far as you can in front of you, and just come back up to about here, as far back as you can. Yep. There you go, perfect. So what you want to do is just literally just go over nice and light, not pushing too hard.
Okay, so not really pushing this.
Yeah. Ready? Yep.
Like that.
Maybe bring your hand down a little bit. Yep. There you go. There you go, that's the one. Perfect. That's nice.
It was really, really painful to do with a brush, and we're trying to brush in between the roller. So we're going to put the top coat on with the spray gun, which is going to be so much easier. But yeah, just walk us through, like when you've got these really rough walls and that.
Yeah, so whether it's a brick wall or you might have a raw fence, pine timber fence that you're trying to put paint on, spraying alone doesn't always do the trick. It's always best to back it up with the rougher the surface, the heavier the roller. So you can see this one's pretty pushy. And the idea is to apply it with a spray gun. It's a lot easier than a brush, and then to just follow through with the roller behind it, just to help penetrate in the little crevices in there.
So they'll work on those stucco roofs and things like that as well?
Yeah, so any textured surface, stucco roofs, even external walls, really handy applying it with the spray gun, and just back rolling with the roller. The other thing too, if you don't back roll your sprayed surfaces, you're going to get spray lines everywhere. So you want to hide those. But definitely the preferred method of painting if you can. It's quicker, it's easier, and it can be less messy. It's better than paint spray.
It's going to spray it all. So because we're trying to film this today and we want to get another coat on, and you might actually find that in weather that's sort of not really good drying weather. We've got no breeze in here, for example, so even though it's hot outside, it's not actually drying. So you can actually use a heat gun. So what you can do is either just leave it on, like that. It's got a flat base, and you can just put it in the centre of the room and just let it heat up, close the door, and that'll help dry. Otherwise, you can actually turn it on and feel the heat so that you're not actually sort of kind of the paint that you've just applied off walls, but just so that it's warm, and go around and just spray where there might be a little bit of damp patches in there and everywhere. So I'm just going to do it around the top there so that I can actually cut in again. And then we'll put the final coat on and everything will be dry again. So, okay, another little hack. We have had an amazing day here today. We have spray painted this whole house from top to bottom. It is looking amazing and really it has saved us a couple of days' work. So if you ever have thought of it, been a little bit scared of trying it, I'm sure that by watching what we've done today, it'll give you the confidence to go and do it yourself. Start small, start light, and yeah, you'll do a really good job, I'm sure. But it's going to save you time and save you money. So yeah, thank you so much, Mark.
It's okay, thanks for having me today, appreciate it.
It's been a great lesson, lots of lessons learned. Mark's available to teach you how to do it. If you need, that little bit of hand holding, which I certainly did, so don't be afraid to reach out. Waddle was fantastic by providing all the paint today, shirts, caps, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, so don't forget to call in and say hi to the guys down there. They're certainly great help, but hey, you've got your trade card, so don't forget to use it. And yeah, keeping on with Renosave, save some money, save your time, and let's get some money in your pocket instead of other people's pockets. Keep rocking. See ya.